Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome back at Shay Seeking. I'm back with another video. So we're back in the book, The Spring, all right? Because I'm feeling like there's some energy going on here. Maybe even have been some what I sensed today, a lot of kind of just a little bit of pulling on energy, but I feel like it's just like from another level, like shots being fired from certain readers. You know, there's somebody called, I think it's 5 star something, right? And she was doing a video or whatever, and she was speaking on something, right? Because I see it, a lot of people like do these videos and they're kind of like low key, like I don't know, it's like a reverse psychology, but kind of like almost provoking someone. And there was something about like, because like, 1 second, I'm doing a live. I'm doing a live. What? You had to go to the shop to get it done. Here, close the door. I'll be out there in 20 minutes. This is just a quick one. Here, close the door, please. I don't want that noise and everything in the background. Yes. Okay, I put it in the kitchen. It might be on the table or something. Close the door all the way, please. Close the door. What? What? That's just probably how it's made. Close the door all the way, please. Whew. So, it was the video was very detailed, right? It was very detailed, and it just shows, like I said, it just shows who the real Queen of Cups are, I believe, by what they talk about. Because I want to say the same person maybe like a week or two ago was doing a video about like how are people going around and calling people like hoes and stuff like that from doing these type of videos. Like if you're doing a reading, how do if somebody is a hoe or whatever, or a whore or something like this. And so I feel like today, I mean, I think something must have triggered this person, because she must have been doing the same thing, like calling someone that, and saying, that they would get their rent paid that way and all this and that. But I mean, it's just like I said, I don't hold any like type of, I'm just someone that likes to kind of like, I don't know. I be wondering why and how people think sometimes. And because I'm like, this book had me thinking about the mind again. And I believe in that video she was saying about somebody grandmother passed away, and they hate the person, and the ancestors hate that person, and and that she was going into detail about um, like the storyline just sounded kind of familiar, right? Like about somebody that didn't go over to their grandmother's house because they didn't like the way that she kept her house or something like this, and she was saying all these things or whatever. And I was just thinking, like, I don't know. It's because a lot of these people, I believe she's one of the ones that doesn't show her face or whatever in videos or whatever. But I feel like, I can tell when I can tell when these videos done by seers and stuff like that are like general things, or if they really coming for somebody because they feel some kind of way about somebody. So like a retaliation or something like that. Like again, missiles being launched. You know what I'm saying? Um, but anyways, I think it kind of bothered me, and it brought me back to starting thinking about this book, right? Because you know the sense of that, this whole whoring thing, and it brought me back to thinking about children of the night, or night walkers, or they call prostitutes night walkers or whatever sometimes. And I don't know, it just made me think about this energy, because it brought me back to the book, because I told you guys, like, in this book is mainly men surrounding this feminine energy. One is supposedly her father, but there's questions if that might have been his it might have been his his mistress or something. Okay, but in the book it's calling him her father, but you know um it's questionable if she was really his younger mistress. Okay. And so it brought me back to the whole dynamic that I've been sensing here, like rather the Taurus is aware, because I feel like there's some things that family and friends and everything are doing, and then there's some of us that are, because of who we are, there's higher ups involved. And you know, these may be the people that have documentation or paperwork on you because of your ignorance of, you know, what's going on in the world today when it comes to these things with nationalities and, you know, people, you know, starting to look at, you know, trust funds and things like this. Like, I just feel like, I wonder, you know what I'm saying? Some of us being tied to certain bloodlines and lineages when it comes to these inheritances and stuff that are coming in, and land patents, excuse me, and things like this. So it just makes me wonder if some of us are not even aware that there is like a vampiric or a succubus energy over our family, right? That can change our family narrative from behind the scenes to be a certain way. Now, again, we're dealing with other beings, I feel like, at this time. So again, the way that this stuff is documented or done, you know, could this be, and some of us are maybe have been taken in as prisoners of war or something like this and turned into, so we could be in like a trail of tears kind of exile kind of time right now. And so it made me think about, like, again, how I feel like some people have been given a certain sense of second sight, okay? Or these are people that actually are able to spy on people, right? These are people that are watching over the cameras of people that are being surveilled heavily, okay? And then they're taking these things and these storylines and actually displaying them by, you know, so it seems like defamation of character or slander or something like that, because only you know your story. And a lot of seers do say that, you know what I'm saying? Because I think that it's just the easy way to kind of rub it in your face that somebody knows about you, probably even, you know what I'm saying, depending if we're dealing with some type of other scientific studies, these people can know more than you do, because some of these people can be able to tap into your Akashic and things like this and get information that has been lost, like lost files when it comes to shit about your own self in your childhood and stuff like that, okay? And I feel like that's unfair a little bit, okay, for people to be able to do that. And then if you are someone who is gifted, and that's why you're being watched, and then you go into this energy of watching these readings, and you will kind of know when somebody's telling your story, but it's not like they just went up in their mind and got this out of their mind just by using cards. No, these are people that have had some type of, they've been able to tap into your energy some type of way, okay? It could be a little bit probably embarrassing, maybe even, but it made me think about this fact of all these men being over this woman or this girl, this young woman, right? Because I feel like in this day and age, with the spirit, I feel like we are our age, and then we have a spirit age, okay? I feel like mine, you know what I'm saying, it might be half of what your age is. So 28, like late teens, early 20s, okay, for me. And so, like I said, I was thinking about this part when it says here that I think somebody was getting upset with, it was either Sheldon, right? Sheldon or Elijah. I can't remember which one it was, okay? Because I think Elijah had to go away, right? They sent him away because they thought that he was stirring up trouble with her, okay? And and they were going to keep it and start observing her all winter or whatever, okay? Now, somebody like me, you know, this might make you feel drained. This might make you feel some kind of ways or whatever about things. You don't really know what's going on, but you notice that somebody has to be in your energy, okay? It weighs being like somewhat of empathic or whatever. It's like, I don't have to see you or anything, but I could just notice when there's extra energy around me because it's kind of draining for me. But in here, it does say that he was like, don't you think it's kind of inhumane, you know, to hypnotize somebody or to do this type of work on somebody that's blind and deaf, okay? So that really piqued my interest here, because this girl can hear and she could see. So I was wondering, what was that talking about? You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about this, it's taking me back to Genesis. It's taking me back to Genesis when the woman saw that saw that the fruit was this. She saw that it was that. She saw it was that. And then she ate it, right? And then after she ate it, her eyes were open. So, do you see what I'm saying? Unless her eyes are private eyes or Queen of Cups energy, or, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, how many eyes, you know, are open? Like, because again, you have your third eye, right? Or first eye, third eye, whatever people want to call it, okay? But obviously, if these two eyes on your face, you know what I'm saying, saw that, it was nice and saw that it was pleasant, right? And then the person ate it. And then it says, and then her eyes were open. It's just making me think, I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Because even that fruit, could that something be some type of a storyline? And then could somebody be being punished because they ate something? Or could this be a sense when somebody was born that way? You see what I'm saying? They were born, either this is when the nations were being birthed, like right now, okay? Again, with during this reset kind of energy, or, you know what I'm saying, when you came out of your mother's womb or whatever, okay? So it made me think there has to be something that was done here, right? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it was to cover somebody's tracks here, okay? Because if you remember in X-Men: The Last Stand, that teacher had done something to her subconscious that made her vision so powerful that she, you know, killed her boyfriend or whatever, supposedly. So this could be also someone that being so clairvoyant or clairaudient or clair something, that's something that they can see, or crystal vision, whatever whatever we could be talking about, okay, cause something bad to happen to somebody. And then I wondered if it was something like that, like today, because it almost was making me think about death. Somebody wants somebody dead, but not even that kind of dead. This is like a hitman could be a tarot reader that shares something about your information that's too accurate for you to disregard, but it's too accurate for it to be a psychic vision too. This person has to be doing something else, some kind of magic, black magic spell work. They have to be doing something else to be able to, you know, this could be somebody trying to make a fake claim against you or something like this. But it still shouldn't give that person access to your information. It'd be some other, you know, organization taking over that, not this particular person. So it's almost like somebody is uh, hiring people to serve karma to someone for something that the person may deserve it or not deserve it for. It's just weird. You know what I'm saying? What I feel like is going on here is maybe it is more so like a psychological abuse or spiritual, you know what I'm saying, warfare. So it's making me think of Esther is seeing all these things and she's seeing flowers and everything like that. So then what does somebody mean that she was deaf and blind? You see what I'm saying? It has to be something deeper to this, you know? And I'm wondering if something was hidden about some type of activity, right? Because then it makes me think about the child and the sins of the father and blah, 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 okay? The iniquity and the sins of the father or whatever like this, okay? And it just makes me wonder, like I said, you know, because it's the sins of the father, the United States corporation or so-called government leaving these tools behind, knowing that these people were going to pick them up and start using them in an inappropriate way. Who should be held accountable for that if some of us that are seers, that are real seers, right? The ones that are in these capsules or in these jars that people, or in these glass houses that people are looking in, that don't deserve to be put there. It's just this was an investment or something that was done because they knew that they would be able to get something off of watching these particular people here. Whether it be some type of information, some type of something, ideas, whatever it would be. So it's almost like, you know, the feeling of some type of compensation. But I don't know, I really just wanted to go back in here and look here. Because I feel like somebody is just also just being mean to somebody. They wanted to pay somebody back because this whole Shantland energy, like I told y'all about that whole argument and everything that happened with me and my cousin. All right. Me and my cousin's baby mama or whatever. Okay. And she was saying something about that person being her cousin or whatever. All right. And it was a comment that was made about this person's wife. Okay. So I made comments about other masculines' wives. Okay. And so, you know, it makes me wonder, right? Because I feel like this was an attack because somebody said something about a specific group of people. Okay. Also, that Leo energy is giving me a very powerful masculine man of, in this world. Okay. World renowned energy. Okay. And so it makes me think all these wives at least were possibly talked about by me. But what opened up my eyes to being able to see behind the veil in the first place, or behind the curtain, when it comes to the so-called heavens on earth, which is the governing forces and entertainment and things like that? What caused me to be able to see in the first place? And that's what I'm saying. Okay, so this must be what something was, a breach of something here, some kind of close contact, which again allows me to think that possibly this Taurus masculine was altered or taken and a replacement sent in at some point in time throughout this relationship here. Okay. And somebody, and again, I keep thinking, where is this inheritance? Because that was true love, right? So where would this be coming from? And that's what makes me think about, you know, maybe somebody constructed this whole thing, but in the meantime, that person was sick, or they came back because they were you know, something was going to be happening, and they wanted to tell the truth. They wanted to set somebody free. They wanted to give something here. And all the people that were hired in on this scheme or whatever to awaken this person, like they had a certain amount of time to awaken this empress to who she was, and to this love or something, this phenomenon that happened, you know, where this person could have had been forced to fake their death, or did fake their death, or did die, and you know, something like this or whatever. And now there's this cover up because somebody doesn't want this real wife, this original wife, to get the abundance that was from her husband, because somebody will have to explain the rest of these fake wives that came in after that and were allotted something, while this is the original first wife that didn't get anything. Right? Because I told you about the dream about the three women, always brings you back to the Three of Cups. And possibly even the masculine or the Taurus possibly being privy of this, or either his family being privy of this. Because I said there's no way. You know what I'm saying? Somebody knows something more than what they're putting off. And it makes you just look at people that you thought you knew for so long and say, damn, do I know any of these people? Do they know themselves? Do any of us know what the fuck really happened? Or am I the only one that don't know? You know, could this be, what could this really mean? Could people have been hiding from me for the past 10 years that this masculine was not the person that I was actually with? You know, like, this is just the strange things that I'm talking about. And then who the fuck am I, and what is this that I had to, you know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. Okay. It just makes me wonder. Okay. Because in this part, it just made me think about this part too, because it's like, you know, I think we're talking about like a certain area here. Like the kings are reigning over certain, like in Handmaid's Tale, okay? They had the regions cut off, okay, where certain people ruled in these regions. So again, it made me think about this energy of Shantland, because Elijah's going to say, well, what's really going on? Why y'all treating her like this? You know, is it because you and your wife and your daughters are tired of having her here? Is that what it is? And Shantland's like, man, that's an insult. Basically, he's saying that's an insult, you know. And Elijah's like, and he like got his finger in his face, like, yeah, motherfucker, like, you know, yeah, I don't know, this whole thing, you know, you wanted to jump to this verdict of insanity or sanity, right? Okay. Or are you just trying to get rid of her? Okay. So this is when these two guys get into a fight here. All right. These two guys get into a fight about this. All right. And like I said, this is just strange to me, because again, if this is something, right, where this Shantland is married now to somebody else, right? I'm just wondering, because this seemed like this is the dynamic of what's going on in this other parallel dimension around me. All of these readers and seers and things, I feel like they are some of these women that are planted in a garden. It's taking me back in whichever text, I don't know which biblical text it is, when it might be the Bible, okay, when somebody started to plant these beautiful trees all over the Garden of Eden or whatever, and was like, oh yeah, this is beautiful or whatever. Okay, so this is making me think these trees are actually feminine, other women that have been handpicked from around the country to lay with this king, or to lay with this man, or to be his concubines or whatever. See, and then could this be something that I'm unaware with? Or are these even just succubus spirits that have been brought in? You know what I'm saying? That know how to astral project, or know how to do these things, to come in to do whatever work they can, because it makes you think about certain things like wet dreams and stuff like this. What does that really mean? What really goes on? Women have them too. Okay, they wake up feeling some kind of way, things going on. Okay, it used to happen to me a lot when I was a teenager, but you know, okay, that's too much information. But I'm just saying. All right. So, like I said, could it be that these people are festering? It could be Esther is, Sekhmet is somewhat of a who is it? No, Esther is the one from the story of Vishnu and Esther. Okay, so I'm wondering if we're hitting another one of those seasons right here. Okay, where somebody is, actually, one was supposed to come and show herself in a certain way, but the other feminine chose to use her mind. Okay. So again, this makes me think, like I said, this is coming to the conclusion to me that somebody is treating somebody kind of like ill, because they want them to get off the throne. They want this girl to leave. They want this man to, it may be whatever connection between these daughters, because we know daughters have to do with dowry. And it doesn't necessarily mean that these have to, or begetting children. And to beget, you can kidnap, you can steal a child, you can have a child, you can birth a nation with children in it. So again, that still makes me think, like I said, that this might not have been her real father. And maybe he just wanted to keep her gifts to himself. Maybe that's the safest thing for her. Maybe it's not. Maybe if somebody else got to her, they would be able to tap into her energy and see that somebody might have been using these gifts in an ill manner. And then again, slandering or putting this work out there about this girl, and she has no way to know that none of this is happening to her. She's got men offering her drinks and shit like this. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like there's a savior complex here. So people want to make fun of the damsel in distress, or the woman that's blind and deaf, or the the empress, or the one that's been pressed on or oppressed, right, for so long, even growing up with her whole family, being always feeling like an outsider no matter where, but always being so loving and giving that fully to everyone around this person, and protecting of everyone around, best friends, whatever. I've always kept my circle tight, but at the same time, to find out it been tight but something ain't right, you know what I'm saying? That's another way to have to look at life again, right? And then this can be kind of intimidating, having perfect stranger energy coming in on another level with it in a different element. Okay. And actually showing love and things like this. But then, I feel like maybe somebody with abandonment issues would try to hold on to that, or don't want it to leave. But, I'm at a point where I know that it's about growth. It's about something that I was supposed to learn and be able to take this into another lifetime, into another, a part of my life or whatever. But I do feel like, I am missing out on something here. I do feel like there's an unjust something that's going on here, because it's almost like like some people trying to trick you out of, like, God, like, say we used to use the wife of God energy on here. Okay. So it's like everybody know that that's who you is. Everything was cool, copacetic, whatever word get out, and then all this animosity and stuff and all this hate and this jealousy and everything like this comes in, and you end up finding yourself out of the grace of like that. There could be an instance where that is what something was, and nobody don't want you in that. They want to turn there, but God ain't saying. God still wants you there, but you know what I'm saying. It's everybody else wants that. Okay. Because again, part of this makes me think that, again, now that I'm waking up and I'm not blinded to what these people around me could have been doing, whether it be community or whatever. All right. That they're like, oh, no, no, no. But then there's just due here. Okay. There's something else that is supposed to be coming out of this. Okay. Nobody's supposed to be able to do whatever was done and just push somebody out there with us. A little, what do you call it? How people, when they run away or whatever, or like the fool has his little napkin bag on a stick, you know what I'm saying? And he just walking, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, you know what I'm saying? That, like, I just don't feel, and people, whatever they want to think about, whatever. But I'm just saying, nah, there's something due here, okay? And then we gonna have to make it do what the fuck it do, okay? So whatever. So again, but it's almost exciting, because almost like This is a second chance at some type of, life here. Okay. It's like moving on up. Okay. Kind of like that. All right. But I don't know. I just want to talk about that. And I pulled a couple cards here. And we got what is this? Is this maybe the Ace of Pentacles? Okay. Possibly. Okay. And this person is getting enlightenment on something here. And she has these two owls hovering over her, and then she has this flower here in this jar, that she's sitting here with. Um, Kind of makes me think about the Beauty and the Beast here. Okay. But she has animals around her, cats and stuff like this too. All right. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles here. Okay. Yeah. But we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And I feel like this is saying that, this is saying that somebody that is already a Nine of Pentacles is about to be in reverse, because they're going to have to pay somebody back something that they took here. There's that 9. That's my birth date. Okay. And then, we got 9 or whatever. So yeah, this could also be a messenger. Somebody sending this bird out here to try to see and spy. It's almost like the one that's looking for the witch that's looking for the fairest of them all. Because a lot of these, like I said, it's something about certain people's bloodlines that are healing. Okay. So people can be using this for their benefit or whatever. Okay. A lot of us have certain women that have been hooked onto us, period. Okay. So, you might have a fairy godmother, but you might have a scary godmother. Okay. And that bitch been binding you and doing all this dirty work for your family on you. You know what I'm saying? She was appointed to you because people knew who you were, especially if these people are of these royal or stately, lineages or whatever. Okay. So again, there will be the good and the bad or something. Somebody that was used to do this kind of dark magic on you, attach entities on you, get you wrapped up in the underworld or whatever, and all these other things here. And a lot of things these women are blinded to, so people have been able to take advantage of it, right? So I just try to think about that, because I think about, have they done studies on, what this does to the mindset of the woman, even though she's not aware of that part that she may participate in. Does that also do something to her that actually shows up in her real life? You know what I'm saying? Because then you think about like a lot of women that may have like 2 children, multiple children by multiple fathers or something like this. Like people, we don't think deeply about these syndromes here. Most of the time these are beautiful women that should be with somebody, but what spirit or what energy is on them, right? Just going back to the root of things, that they usually end up with all these children and no man. You know what I'm saying? It's something, it's like somewhat of a promiscuity. Also, can these people, that's why I challenge those terms, like, you can't blame nobody but yourself and all these things, because I know that there have been loopholes for other energies to get into that can actually, consume. And when we're talking skin crawlers or sleepwalkers, this is just probably another word for people that can also tap into people's mindset and borrow their vassals. I really think that is what that is. And I feel like at night, what I was reading the biblical text, at night they're supposed to be able to let you be yourself. But again, during the day, they can allot slots for people to be you, to walk a mile in your shoes or walk a couple hours in your shoes or something. It sounds strange, but if you really think about it, it's really not. In 2022, we've already seen movies with where does one even get these ideas of these particular movies? Why was there really technology and light bulbs and wheels and stuff, found in certain places that it shouldn't been? You know what I'm saying? Throughout the test of time. It just makes me think about stuff like that. And I don't know, this is a very random read of this today, but I did want to bring that up here because I feel like this may be a way that people have been able to put a lot of women into mental prisons over time, especially secluded women or at-home mothers and things like this, okay? And it may even make it harder for them to come out of that once they're done and move on. So again, I only like to talk about things that may resonate with other people that may go through similar things, in their lives, and to be able to identify things on our own instead of, depending on big pharma all the time, because sometimes that can just lead to more trouble, or leading to, having other people getting involved and putting their 2 cents in. And it can lead to a dangerous situation where a lot of women are being persecuted or, observed without any meaning to it. They never needed to have it, but maybe again there could be some perverted reason or some little envious or backstabbing reason why somebody would want to put somebody through something like this and get them locked up, right? And it always goes back to that cliche thing that people say when somebody is crazy. They say, yeah, okay. They'll show a lady in there talking about, I am the Queen of England, or something like this, and then they say, yeah, that bitch is crazy, But again, could this be something here that happened to many royals? Because I did hear something about the fact that, again, I was watching this documentary about some royal family. I can't remember exactly, but one of the sisters ended up in a mental asylum. So again, could it be that this sister was really telling the truth about something? Could something be off about about the order of succession, right? Or have been, and this, I don't know if y'all get what I'm saying. Okay. And that's the part. That's the part. Mental illness is a way to oh my goodness, why is this not, he knows damn well I don't want to hear that, okay? And it just, he is gonna turn it up loud, okay? So again, this makes me think about that. And see, that's what I'm saying. It be people like that be trying to like do something to you, and they be doing low key bullshit, trying to get under your skin. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, what is that and why? You see, I'm trying to do something. Like, it's just crazy. Okay, but anyways, let's just finish this up real quick because I don't have all day, and I know y'all don't either. Hold on. Come on now, close the door, please. I'm almost done. I don't know where it went. It might be on the couch underneath that blanket. But close the door all the way. Oh, okay. So yeah. Okay, so that's what I was gonna say. Oh yeah. So again, could there be some kind of dynamics or something being drawn up with families? And like I said, it could be where I'm just, being naive and I don't see what's going on, and this masculine actually does have someone else, but they just live outside of the house. Maybe the idea of it is for, me to be in this house being observed. You know what I'm saying? And somebody's actually done with that, and then they're about to, go off and do something else. This could be also a twin flame watching from a distance, because it also talks about these people, doing mind control or whatever from a distance. Okay. So again, that could be also them using, people online. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I've realized throughout this that, I would be waking up from a nap or whatever, and it's like 2 hours later and I'm wanting to take another nap. You know what I'm saying? And I might have been watching a certain YouTuber or something like this, okay? And then all of a sudden I'm knocked out sleep again, right? And I might have a vision in that dream or something, and then I wake up abruptly, okay? So it's just very funny here, like this, because yesterday I kind of woke up and my eyes were really, really swollen, okay? And it was saying, someone was telling me like somebody is sending people to fight you or something, attack you or do something to you in your sleep or whatever, okay? Because I feel like whatever this is, could it be some abusive things, not just, sexual, but like any other kind of abusive things going on behind the scenes. If the wrong person, that's what I'm saying, if the wrong person gets their hands on this, on somebody in a vulnerable state here. There was something I put up about a week ago about this one YouTuber that did this "The King is Dead" video, and we kept talking about ruin, this Native American card ruin, throughout that time, because I felt like somebody was jealous, and they will be somebody that's a watcher on the wall. Remember we talked about that? That would, go ahead and put something in between the door at night to make sure that they let somebody in to, you know what I'm saying, do something to harm somebody or defile somebody, right? And we talked about that. Like, again, sneaky Pete energy, or, smash and grab energy here. Because you better believe that they probably was talking about some bags, but believe me, they probably talking about smashing you, some other kind of way, and grabbing your, your belt or your your title or you see what I'm saying? I don't know. And look what we got here, okay? So we have the silence here, okay? Somebody sitting inside. Hold on. Okay. So we have the silence here, okay? Dang. And this is somebody sitting in silence or whatever, okay? Look like they're in meditation. He look like he got a pipe or whatever, okay? The moon is out. This looks like the Four of Pentacles, okay? So we got the Four of Pentacles, and usually, like I said, there's the head over heart decision or something like this, okay? And then we have the medicine woman, which is 3 here, okay? And I like the way that she has these tree branches or tree branches or whatever growing out of her. It looks like it's growing out of her head is behind her, but, you know, there's something about wisdom or something here to me. You know, this card, hold on once. Can you turn that down a little bit, please? Oh my goodness. We got the matriarch of shields, okay? Here. I wonder if this is just like the ace of shields, because there's only one shield here. Okay? And there's a big elk back here in the background, okay? Because these could also be like cultural wars too, or even classified wars too, because if you think about the classes that are more Aquarius or flighty or fowl of the air, and then we have man, right, that are on the world card, like above pretty much the world card feminine's head. And then we also have, you know, so they are wondering, how does she know the information that she knows at that level, right? And then you have the crabs in a barrel mentality, possibly from even the, you know, the ancient like lion uh I was about to say Lionel. Okay, lineage, Leonial, okay, peoples, which would be the, I feel like these people are prior to the Moors. Okay, the Moors are saying they was here first or whatever, but I feel like there was a group of people that was here before that. Okay. Judah, you know, the line of Judah, you know, this might have something to do with those particular royal bloodlines. Okay. And then we have the beast of the field, okay? The cattle or chattel, okay? And that's also Taurus energy, okay? I was about to say Toro. But again, Torah or Taurus energy, Taurian energy. But it feels like, I mean, but it's also just all people that are listed in the commoners, peasants, and servants, probably, okay? Or even in the underworld or Dalit sections. And so, like, I don't know, it just makes me wonder, okay? Because again, you're going to be hated by those people, because at that point in time, that woman is going to be the center of attention, the world card. All eyes are going to be on her, and somebody's going to be continuously trying to take her throne. And this time they just can't have it, you know, like, I don't know, but you know, it may be a time, like I said, where it's time for someone to move on, but there should not be no question about it. Like, shit need to be laid on the table. What are we talking about here? Because, you know, like, I feel like nobody's giving any effort to say what is really going on here. And only a fool would just leave, you know what I'm saying, something that's decent, right? Or something that they have that they can work on, and take some leap of faith into nothingness. Because I feel like with this 10 of Cups, there was a 10 of Cups just in my hand, and I put it back in there because I was just talking too damn much. But it was in reverse, because I feel like, you know, at some point in time, or even now, like somebody might even have made somebody or manipulated something so somebody can miss a deadline as to when to meet a mate, okay? And then now, if you take that leap now, you're going to be left with nothing. You see what I'm saying? So something like this is something like this is saying, now this could be for me or any one of you out there. I'm just saying, these are the things that kind of like, I wasn't going to do no videos today, but it kind of just made me want to say something about it for some reason. Because the crabs in a barrel mentality, they're going for, you know, it made me think about tripping on the tarot root, right? So, you know, those are going to be people that want to see you fall. These might be people that know that this was just basically what's only left now, is this masculine is not with us anymore. And what would have been left, the inheritance, has already been broken up by all these people in the group. All these people that have been working behind the scenes, possibly with this masculine, to prepare this for this feminine. And then now, you know, that's just what I feel. Because I feel like there's something. something died or someone died within the past 2 years when it pertains to this connection. Okay? But I do feel like, again, there is a rebirthing energy here. So that death could have been something where somebody had to go